Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. In this cane tip of the week, we're going to talk about taking your cane training to the next level. Now, whether you're someone that trains practicing in the air techniques, working on that footwork, or you have going stick to stick with somebody, working on more accuracy, or you're working a bag light and easy, trying to work maneuvering and accuracy, that's great. But you need to take it to the next level. You need to work hitting something that's a solid object. You got to take your cane from time to time and just smack it hard and see what it feels like. And the reason I say that is because if you're having to defend yourself in the streets and you've got a guy that's about 250 or more and you hit him solid, you may feel that vibration in your wrist. You may have fingers may vibrate and hurt, wrist could vibrate and hurt, your elbow, you could have a shoulder, hips. Now, if you have an injury, that's different. I'm going to tell you what you can do differently when you're doing that. Now, I do suggest that you check with your doctor before you start smacking the bag real heavy to make sure it's okay to do that. But you've got to get used to taking your cane and striking something solid because you might need that force to stop that attacker. Whether it's a good solid swing, a two-hand bayonet strike, coming in with a good solid rifle strike. Because until you really hit that hard, you're not going to know exactly what it feels like. And in the streets is not where you want to learn. Because if you do it solid and you don't do it right or something happens, you could end up with an injury that could all of a sudden you get hurt, you're injured, they're on top of you. B, you hit it solid and you lose your cane, you drop it to the ground and they're on top of you. So that's why it's good to practice, not just with your right hand. Take your left hand, practice the same thing as well. Because what if you have to hand off the cane to the other arm and hit something? I don't mean sit there all day long and beat your bag, no. But every now and then, work those techniques of doing a solid hit. Now, two things you want to do. Number one is you want to make sure you're able to practice hitting something hard. Again, talk to your doctor, make sure it's okay. Now, you may not have an injury that you're aware of. So the minute you start off light. Work it light, move it around, hit with the crook as well as the tip. Swing high, swing low. Do your single bayonet strike, double hand. Then pick up the movements. Then take your body and pick that up and move with it. So you can see what it feels like. Gradually pick up the speed and power. If you do have an injury and someone's trying to hurt you, if you can get one good solid quick blow and then something starts to hurt, but you put them down, that gave you time to get away and then you can get that checked out. Now, if you have a really bad injury and you can't swing that hard, then you got to go for more target-rich areas. The throat, obviously the head, the knees, the groin, stuff like that. But remember, if they're moving, you may not be that accurate. So a good collarbone, a good head, a good knee, leg could slow them down. Again, a good solid power hit into something else was going to help. So check with your doctor first. Number two, your cane. Don't use your expensive cane, your really nice expensive cane to train on the bag and hit solid. Get a cheaper, stronger cane. It could be hickory, it could be oak, whatever, something that's solid that you can practice hitting. You don't have to have an expensive one because you don't want to take a chance of then you damage that. In the street, if you damage an expensive cane on somebody and it puts them down, guess what? You did your job. You can get yourself another nice cane down the road. Now, when you're getting your cane to work on your bag, and again, you're going to choose what you're going to hit and what cane you're going to use. Say you're using a cane, okay, a training cane. I don't care what cane that you have. I have this Cane Master one here, but you could have a different kind of cane. It doesn't matter. Check it. Make sure you have no cracks in that cane. Okay? Check everything so you know that while you're training, it's not going to shear off. A piece isn't going to fly, scratch you, cut you, rip open your bag, or you get hurt. Number three, training bag. A lot of times you see me working with this guy. And yeah, he's pretty solid, but he doesn't weigh nothing compared to that. This Bob Versus with the 3 sandbag pouches that go on the bottom, which are only 25 pounds each, And then the unit itself is no more than 100 pounds. This right here, XXL, with the water weight in the bottom, is about 235, 40 pounds in that neighborhood. So this is a lot more solid. So when I'm hitting this, I'm feeling it. When you're practicing, practice not just with your cane raised and you're striking, practice tip on the floor. Whether you have your crook inside or out, practice your bayonet strike, whether it's like this or whether it's going to be a nice reinforced hit. See what it feels like. Your rifle strike, same thing. See if you feel any injuries in the arm or vibrational shocks that may hurt you. Because if you're not used to it, the street is not where you want to find out. I don't mean you have to do that every time you're training, but occasionally pick it up. See if the shoulders feel okay. If something starts to hurt in your training, ease it down. You don't have to injure yourself while you're training. In the streets, your adrenaline's going to be going. Your life is more on the line. You're going to do what you got to do. So remember, get a good, decent, solid cane that you can use for training. Have a good, solid target area you can hit. And then also make sure that you're physically able to do that and take your training up a little bit more. So hopefully that tip helps. Gary Hernandez, thank you very much. If you do get an opportunity, please subscribe to the channel. It does help. And I will see you guys very soon. Good night.